what is your principle in terms of wrestling? If you had a disagreement, let's say, with someone, would you turn wrestling into an act of violence outside the ropes?
No, actually wrestling is my therapy. As strange as this may sound, it's given me an outlet for sometimes all the energy, the extra energy that I have, where if I was just doing, like I said, a behind the desk job, I don't know what would happen. I'd need to let that energy out. And wrestling has given me the chance to be more calm, to use my mind instead of a muscle to take care of arguments. I know I have that every weekend, so I have that to look forward to, and I know I get all my energy out, swinging a chair and bashing someone's brains out, or just knocking out his teeth with a solid right hand. That gives me that takes care of my energy, and I've been able to control myself, where people have pushed me sometimes. Hey, you're that wrestler guy. Hey, what are you going to do? You're going to fake punch me? I've been able to talk my way out of it. And
so no one could or can provoke you into turning wrestling into an act of violence?
I'm sure they can, but I would tell them, step in the ring, let's see what you got. Anytime. Anytime. That's what I would say. We will do it in the ring. I'll get paid for kicking your butt. You know? So...
Were you the only wrestling fan growing up in your household, or does it run in the family? And if a family member or your future, maybe, wife asked you to step away from the ring, would you choose her over your career as a professional wrestler?
Okay.
It's a big question. So.
Big. Family and wrestling, my brother liked watching a little bit, but you know, as younger brothers are, they kind of follow in the footsteps, and then they become individuals and break off. And he liked more music, so and video games and stuff like that. So, but like I said, also in the beginning, I got to watch wrestling at a young age, because my dad would let me watch. Would watch wrestling late at night once a month on Saturdays, so that was a good a bonding experience where you know, also getting me into the world of sports and entertainment, and just hey, this is interesting, and it's late at night, but I get a chance to watch it, so I felt special for that. And going back, before I was born, my grandfather, who passed away a year before I was born, was a wrestler. Back in the days, they called them more grapplers. Where there was less theatrics. It was he'd wrestle some of the legends in wrestling, like go back to Killer Kowalski, Yukon Eric, some of the older ones, Yvon Robert, who had paved the way for wrestlers as myself today and for future wrestlers. So it runs in the family. It's in my blood, and you can see how much of that blood I've given back in some of my wrestling matches. Like I said, go on YouTube and you'll see a lot of SeXXXy Eddy action, more than you bargained for.
Your future wife? Future
wife. You know what? I've had some differences with girlfriends before, saying that my character goes a little bit too far. Because not only that am I doing something that could be seen as dangerous, where I got injured before, I'm also doing a character where it involves taking off most of my clothes and entertaining the ladies. So you can imagine there's some jealousy sometimes, but wrestling, say
Or
wrestling
would
is...
you choose her over wrestling or
Depends
wrestling?
how long I've been with her and how much I care for her. So far, wrestling's still been by my side, and the other girls took the curb. They're not with me anymore. So you never know. You never know how things will happen, and you never like wrestling in life. You never know what is ahead of you, what can happen the next day. So I just keep looking forward. I learn from the past and keep looking forward to the future. And we'll see. I think that if she wants to be my wife, she would encourage me in everything I do, just as I would for her. So she'll be there to support me. She'll be there to look out for me. But encouragement is, I think, very important. And she trusts that I would do the right thing.
We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
SeXXXy Eddy, if you have the opportunity to pick a tag team partner from the past or the present, who would it be, and what kind of a match you prefer to lay out?
That's a very good question. RVD, because he, I liked a lot of his wrestling. It was very explosive, very crisp, and he was just a laid-back, cool character.
Smart techniques.
Yeah, and I think that for him I could learn a lot. And even then, being in the ring with such entertainers as Ric Flair, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, just seeing them work every night, being their partners, I would learn a lot and take a lot, absorbing it, of what they do best that's made them number one in this business. And I guess it could only improve myself as a wrestler. So I think those would be a lot of different names that I would like to have as tag team partners.